All right, welcome back to Much More Ado About Nothing. We're going to keep talking about what?
Or skinny jeans.
Or skinny jeans, middle parts. Middle part Ado About Nothing. And Francis, what topic did you save us from these terrible jokes I'm making? What topic did you find?
No, those are great jokes. They're fine. No, I was, going through, and it's so hard to find stuff that doesn't have an agenda to it.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, and I'm trying to cut through all that. And what I found was something about Paris Hilton, who I do think is hot, or she was anyway, back in the 90s.
Yeah, I think.
I kind of had a little crush on her. Maybe it's because she also is rich. I'm not sure. I might be that shallow. I might be.
It's fine.
We're not here to judge you, Francis.
Oh, well, good. I'm not like defending my life. So Paris Hilton she did a podcast, and she explained that when she goes to Disney World, and a lot of places in public, but specifically in this interview, was indicating that when she goes to places like Disney World, she has to wear a prosthetic to hide her identity, because she is just rushed with onlookers, fans, media, paparazzi, all things like that. So, it's like one of those things where you look for the limelight, and then you're like, no. I mean, she didn't even need it. She's already rich. So this is just purely self, whatever. I was going to say a word, and it was probably not going to be correct.
Well, she was very famous for a long time, right? But
I would say she's still pretty famous.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't think I'd recognize her.
Especially if she's talking about going to Disneyland, she's probably especially still famous in LA. So There's probably still a lot of people there who recognize her.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
She also looks pretty much the same.
She does.
Yeah.
Does she look the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so what do you guys think the prosthetic she wears is?
Nose.
No.
You think it's a nose?
Oh, definitely a nose.
Nose, yeah.
Is it like a giant, like
eyebrows.
nose?
Eyebrows, big eyebrows.
Yeah.
I think she just puts sort of a Eugene Levy mask on.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole like.
Yeah, just.
But then what do people just want to get a picture with Eugene Levy?
I hear the problem with that now that I've said it out loud. Eugene Levy's extremely popular.
Especially right now.
Yeah.
You know what? I have not seen an episode of Up Schitt's Creek.
No, it's very good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I mean, once you get past like this initial setup of like the first couple episodes, and it gets really good.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think, so
do you think she does what else could she do? Maybe just build up her forehead.
Maybe a giant chin, like a Jay Leno chin.
Yeah. I'm thinking like ears, like really
Oh.
ears, like Vulcan ears.
Just huge, like that one of the dwarves. Was it Dopey?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
dopey.
Yeah.
You know what? After she rides one of the roller coasters or the log ride, do you think she has to like readjust and put things back on?
God, can you imagine if you're getting off the log ride and you turn to someone who's sitting on the log with you and their face is peeling off?
That would be freaky.
Yeah, you just get off Splash Mountain and somebody you got hit in the face by somebody's ear that came flying off.
And you're like thinking, is there something wrong here?
What's in this water?
It's like one time I was at Disney World and I saw a little kid throw up. Obviously had too much food, candy, whatever. Just puked everywhere. It looked like a scene from Monsters, Inc. when they have that kid sock. I mean, it was like, like a 3-alarm fire, hazmat suits, like trying to clean out the potential biohazard. And I'm actually was entertained by this going, oh my God. I mean, it was like one kid's puke, which, if it happened at any, Great American, it'd be like this one guy going, for Christ's sake, another puking kid, gosh darn it. At Disney World, it's like, and it's just like, it's like massive people cording it off with that like tape, and people move along. It was very impressive, but at the same point, very disturbing. That but I did enjoy watching a little kid throw up.
Of course,
it's so much fun watching kids throw up.
Is it? That's my nightmare.
Watching kids throwing up or throwing up?
Probably both, actually.
Watching kids throwing up and then that making you throw up.
Okay. That is kind of gross. But I just meant it's just funny when you watch, like, it's not your kid, it's not your responsibility. I've had my kid throw up. You have to deal with that. But I'm just saying, watching somebody else's kid and you're not in smell range, you're far enough away, and then you watch this whole situation like, wow, could this get any better? It's like a car accident. It's like a speedway on at the Indianapolis 500. Like, oh, I can't. Yeah, honey, you go on. You go on Little Mermaid ride. I'm just gonna stay here and watch this. This is exciting.
When we were at Disney a couple years ago, we went with Susan's family, and they have those lines, right, where you have to, like, someone's playing one of the famous characters, and you have to wait in line to get their signature and say hi to them.
Sure.
Do you think, every time a kid pukes in line, they have to, like, move the line, or do people have to stand and puke? How does that work?
There will be some parents that will not move, and they will stand in that line to get. They're like, we're here to see Cinderella.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those princess lines are terrible.
They're rough.
I had to stand in all those with my nieces when we took them to Disney World, and parents will straight up not change their babies' diapers for hours, so they don't have to get out of that line.
Guys, in Florida, it's hot. We were there in August. It was not a great time to be at Disney.
Yeah, that is a hot time to go. That is absolutely a hot time to go. The my daughter, we did all of those Cinderella, did the princess thing, and one time we're in line to see Cinderella, and she's all excited, and so we're there, and she wanted to say something to Cinderella, and Milena wanted to make it a little original, so she says, "My dad has you on his computer." And I was like, that sounded really creepy, didn't it?
No, were you just kind of like...
Yeah, I said,
and then you were escorted out.
Kids say the darndest things, don't they? And then that makes it worse. So that's
it's the app, it's the video thing that you guys put out. Disney World had this thing where you could the princess, like, put her on my lap and she'd play the video game, and that's what she's talking. She's not talking about that porn thing. Not talking about
not that other thing that I have on my work computer.
Not that other
right.
Not the screensaver.
Yeah.
No.
As a famous person, I think Paris is in the right to want some privacy, though, right? If she wants to go to Disney or to go out and have her own time, I think that's totally fine.
Well, and it's actually kind of like, so she's willing to put on a disguise so that people don't recognize her. And then she'll have to wait in line. When she's rich enough, she could just rent out the park for a day.
They did mention that in the article. Sometimes they do things like that where they can.
Wait, a celebrity will rent the entire park?
Yeah, celebrities can rent the whole park.
Or go at like off hours where it's only open. Right. Like Michael Jackson used to do that with him and his friends.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'd be pissed if, like, as a normal person, if I'm like, honey, let's plan our trip for this time. It's the off season. There will be less people there. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. Paris Hilton has booked the whole park. You can't come.
So, I mean, in a way, it's kind of nice of her to not do that, right? She just puts a disguise on and eats those Dole Whip things with the regular people.
She can, I mean, they usually do it like in the morning or in the late in the after the park. Their hours are closed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same point. I think that you have the same option, Ben. You can save up your money and can go and rent the park.
Can we spitball how much we think that costs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we're talking like 2 hours, right? We're talking like
2 hours, but at like 5 a.m.
At 5 a.m. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's probably less than we think.
I bet it's like $2 million.
No way.
No.
I bet it's like, I'm gonna guess 20 grand.
What?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go more than, I'm gonna say like somewhere like $500,000.
$500,000. I guess they do have to pay all the employees.
Yeah, they got to pay like everyone.
But I don't think it's $2 million.
And all that power to run that park must be extremely expensive.
Well, I think most of that stuff is powered all the time. I don't think they shut the park down very much. Because it's open till like midnight, right? And then
there are days where it closes early, and I think that must be the day. Like there are some days where it's like you'll notice what they'll call as magic hours. Like this park is open till blah, and then I think that when it's not open that late on some days or that early, that's maybe when they sneak in the Saudi princes and their families and doing a $500,000, $1 million. You can have the whole park.
All right.
Are you Googling it?
I'm going to Google it real quick. I mean, you guys can keep going.
Well, this is probably just another like false, maybe you can't do it, but I think you can, but the other thing I wanted to ask you about is, okay, so we're talking about Paris Hilton, right? You asked me about my topic, and she is what you would say is American royalty. Now we have this whole thing with Harry and Meghan. She's on Oprah. Notice all three people have one name. Harry.
Yeah.
Meghan, Oprah.
Harry.
And now, as Americans, we really don't care about the British royalty, but we do.
Right.
Like, I watched Princess Diana get married. I watched her funeral or whatever. I mean, I don't even care. And I actually woke up and watched it.
Yeah, I watched Kate Middleton's wedding, and I watched Meghan Markle's wedding.
That's interesting because I did not watch any of those things. I am an American who doesn't care about the royals. And I honestly don't know a lot about them. I mean, I know this story because it's been in the news for a week or so now. But yeah, I don't know a lot about it. But I mean, this is not surprising.
I mean, yeah.
Well, let me. So I want this is actually a topic with a question attached. How many Fs do you give from 0 to 10, being 0 Fs and 10 being the maximum amount of Fs? How many Fs do you give to Harry and Meghan? Susan?
You know what? So I don't really care that much, but also this is kind of like America kind of finishing the job we started during the American Revolution, right? I mean, right? So maybe I'll give it an 8 because Meghan Markle's like, you know what? We didn't take care of you guys back in the 1700s. Here we go. Okay, let's finish things off. All right. Yeah.
This time we don't need the French to help.
Nope.
Yeah, so you're like
just need Oprah. Just need Oprah.
You're like Mel Gibson in The Patriot.
Yeah.
Aim small, miss small.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely got that whole thing going on. It is basically Patriot is the Revolutionary era Braveheart.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right. Exactly. That's right.
Yeah, because he has no love interest in either one. Well, he does, but they get rid of her quickly in Braveheart to give him motivation through the next hour and 45 minutes of pure blood-splattering mayhem and treachery. So, anyway. So, Ben, how many Fs do you give?
You know, I'll say, just to be nice, 1.
Oh.
I give 1 F. I mean, I don't
nice.
Actually care, but
I don't like nice Ben.
I mean, I'll give it then half an F. Okay, I mean, it's interesting that this is happening, but again, if they get whatever happens, I don't follow it. I have other stuff to worry about.
Right. You know, I mean, the thing is, I want to give it a 0 myself, but I can't because obviously I gave enough of an F to bring it up as my top.
Yeah, you have to be higher than me.
You read a whole article about it.
On this. I mean, and I literally don't care. I mean, I don't think I watched a minute of it. I just watch memes and repost them just to piss people off. Because no matter what, if somebody today, this is what I love. No matter what I post, I could just post it like, "Hey, look at this" on Facebook, or "Hey, look at this." Somebody is going to have a contrary opinion, even if I could give a shit less. Excuse me. About whatever I'm posting about, because I just posted because I'm like, oh, this is kind of whatever, I don't care, and then all of a sudden like oh well, you must be a Trump supporter or something. Okay, but that I am, but I'm just saying that it's just sort of it's just amazing how people just feel like they have to tell you they disagree with you. I used to do that back in the 90s, but now I'm just like, I know everybody disagrees with me. I don't care. So anyway,
that's what social media is for, Francis.
What's that?
That's what social media is for.
That's right.
Tell people you disagree.
Right, exactly. So we can, and you make sure I know I disagree with you.
Right.
So,
right.
Otherwise, I can't I can't feel like myself.
I'm going to jump back for just a second, and then we can get back to this. I want to tell you how much it costs just base to rent out Disney.
This is no frills.
This is just for Magic Kingdom.
It costs, well, that's the bigger of the two.
Right. Yeah. So this is the one in Florida. It costs $180,000.
It starts.
That's the base price.
That's the Ben, what about, can afford that?
You don't get heated seats for $180,000.
Let's check how much does it cost to rent Disneyland, because that's the tiny one.
Okay. Well, let's.
But then you got LA money there too.
You do have LA money, so they can charge more. Everything's more expensive in LA than Florida.
So $108,000.
All right. So, well, that can't be right. This one says it costs. Oh, in '92 it costs $14,000. That's obviously not.
That's not. We all know that the dollar has plummeted in value since then. So you're probably talking about $2 million now. How much Bitcoin though? That's the thing. How much will they take Bitcoin?
Oh, that's a good question.
So according to this, renting out one ride is $50,000 for 4 hours. But you can also rent out Adventureland and the Downtown Disney with prices starting around $250,000.
Wow.
For 4 hours.
Wow. That would be a great kid's birthday gift. I think you'd be like, give little Johnny, Disneyland. But that's like his birthday gift for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly right.
Dad, why haven't you given me anything in 10 years? I gave you the Disney World all-inclusive package
for 4 hours.
For 4 hours, you're done.
Yep. You don't get to go to college, kid. This is what you got.
Yeah.
You got Disney World.
Have you seen some of the people that work at Disney World? There are people that probably would prefer that.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
They are really. If you ever talk to the people that work at Disney World, there are some people that are into working at Disney World. They are into it.
Yeah, it's almost like cult-like.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Scientology, when they were trying to figure out how to, they went, well, let's model it after this Disney thing.
Yeah. Yeah. They got a good system going.
Well, you know what? I think we need to take another break.
All right.
So we'll be right back. Another exciting, some more exciting information, more exciting questions will be right around the corner. And thank you for being there for me and us.
Bye, guys.